and welcome to Baby Bump Tuesday. This is week 16. How I feel, great, no discomfort, no problems, no weird feelings, everything is just perfect. What's new with the baby? Well, right now the baby's going to start doubling its weight, so within like the next couple weeks my tummy will probably grow a lot more. He's about the size of an avocado, 4.5 inches. Long from head to butt, not including the legs, and he's about 3.5 ounces. Now I say he, not meaning that it's a boy yet, I'm not sure what it is, but I don't want to call it an it, so I'm just going to call it a he or a she, whatever. Don't get it confused till I say what we're having. And then the cute thing is they're starting to grow their toenails and their fingernails. But that's about all. So right now they're going to start doubling in size. And this is when I guess I'm going to start seeing the belly and feeling more pregnant, because at times I don't feel pregnant, and it's kind of sad, but with time it'll happen. The only thing that's going to be kind of new with our bodies is we're going to start feeling more movement. I mentioned in my last video that I do feel a little movement, so if I touch my belly and kind of just concentrate, I could feel kind of a sensation of bubbles or like a little kicks. I don't even know if they're kicks. They could be just doing somersaults. I'm not really sure. But I would have to actually be laying down and concentrating. I couldn't just feel it walking around or doing my normal regular things. I wouldn't feel anything. So I guess not till it gets a lot bigger will I start to feel it just doing random things. But that's about it. I guess things are starting to tone down a little now, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So I wanted to take this time to talk about staying fit while pregnant. As you may already know, I'm a pretty fit person, and every time I post photos on Facebook of me working out, excuse me, of me working out or some new routine I've come up with or anything that has to do with fitness, I kind of get the same question and the same response. Shouldn't you be resting and eating more and not worry about working out right now? It's about the baby, not about you. And these questions don't really upset me. If anything, they frighten me more to know that the women in general, we aren't very educated when it comes to pregnancy, and it's not our faults. We've been misled by past generations and by the lack of knowledge of doctors and just our parents and whosever advice we took. So a lot of women don't know what they can and can't do during pregnancy, but the worst thing to think is that you have to be a sitting duck and that you just need to keep eating, because that's only going to hurt yourself, your body, your emotions, your feelings, and it may even hurt the baby. So don't think that you have to live this restful bed rest type of pregnancy. You don't have to do that. In fact, I wouldn't even recommend it. Now, before I get into this, into a little more detail, I do have to mention though that if you weren't very active before your pregnancy, you can't just start a new workout routine or start lifting weights or start running. That's not healthy because your body already isn't used to it, so your body being pregnant will of course not be used to it. But there are things you can do, maybe go for walks, take up swimming once, twice, maybe 3 times a week. If it's something that you have access to or you enjoy doing, try to do light things every day. But most importantly, for those of you that don't really feel you can start working out now, I would suggest eating very good. You can start eating raw foods, add that into your diet. I've mentioned it in one of my past videos. Adding raw foods in your diet can help you so much because it'll help prevent cellulite. It'll fill you up so you don't eat junk food and you won't get that excess gain weight and you won't get stretch marks. So try to eat as healthy as you can, that way you don't gain too much weight. Of course, if you are going to work out or continue to work out, there are precautions to take, and you do have to listen to your body. I can't tell you, oh, start doing squats of only 100 pounds. I have no idea what your body can handle and what it can't handle. So there's no way I can specifically tell you what you can and can't do. You kind of have to guide yourself. Know when something doesn't feel right. Know when you have to do a little bit less weight. For myself, I went from doing squats at 200 pounds all the way to 115. I almost cut it in half. And it was because I listened to my body. I did a little more. I think it was around 150. It still felt kind of, am I pushing it a little too much? So I brought it down even more. So just listen to your body. You're not going to get the answer on the internet. There's no sense in searching it. Just see what feels right. Why I like to work out during pregnancy? If you do some research and you read the right articles, what's nice about our society today is we do have the internet. We have that as a huge advantage. Most women didn't have it, so if they felt something was wrong or if their mom just told them not to do it, they had to take their word for it. Now we have access to so much knowledge and information. So you have the ability to look things up and kind of make a common sense decision whether this sounds right or whether it sounds wrong. So by saying this, sorry, I kind of lost track. So why it's good to work out. Well, women that are stronger and that keep active throughout their pregnancy will have shorter and less painful, not less painful, but easier labor. And for me, that's motivating enough because I'm a little frightened by the labor part, but knowing that if I continue working out and I'm strong in my ab muscles and my squats, that I'll be able to have this labor at a more easy rate than people who are bed rested. So that's kind of a big bonus as to why you want to keep active during your pregnancy, and it is a motivation for me. And kind of on a little bit more of a sensitive subject, I hear a lot of moms say, my baby ruined my body, or my kids ruined my body. And it's pretty harsh to put that blame on your kids, because at the end of the day, the baby does not ruin your body. It's your choice and the things you decide to do while you're pregnant that ruin your body. I've mentioned in my past video about cellulite and how you can prevent it, and you can prevent it by not gaining more than 25 to 30 pounds during your pregnancy, using cocoa butter, and eating right, and that will really help you prevent stretch marks. It'll help you prevent weight gain, and you'll just feel really good after having this baby, instead of worrying about, oh my gosh, you know, I gained 60 pounds during my pregnancy, I feel horrible, I look horrible, my self-esteem is just down the toilet, and I can't enjoy my baby right now. So instead we say, oh, our babies ruined our bodies. And I think that's just a really harsh thing to say. And people who say it to their kids, whether you know it or not, it does affect kids. They might be hurt by it, or you might hurt them in the future and they'll be like, oh, I don't want to have kids because I ruined my mom's body. Not true. It's really mean to say that. It's completely up to you what happens during your pregnancy and to your body. And I hope to be living proof of this, and you know, I'll show my stomach before, well, after. You already know what it looks like before, but I'll show my stomach after, show you if I did get stretch marks or if I didn't. So I think that in order to have a really happy pregnancy and be happy afterwards, you just have to take that extra time into your day to prepare for it, to take better care of yourself, and I think it's totally worth it for 9 months. So I know it's kind of a sensitive subject. I know a lot of you might have your concerns, questions, or your own point of view, and I'd love to hear from you. So this kind of concludes the Baby Bump Tuesday for week 16. I do want to hear from you, so if you have something to say, go ahead, comment below. I look forward to hearing from you. So until next Baby Bump Tuesday, stay beautiful. Bye!